Hello, everybody. My name is Isaiah Lawrence, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in. You know, obviously, due to the coronavirus, people aren't going to church as much as they used to anymore. Like, that is an all-time high. Some churches are going online. So today, we're going to be using that same medium, the internet, to go ahead and explore God's Word. You know, we weren't able to go live. We're going to fix that next time. So just now, we're going to have a recording of it. So, before we delve in, let's have a little quick word of prayer. Dear God, we thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for bringing us together as a family over the internet. You know, you're a family. As we continue along, I pray that you may keep us safe from this virus, keep us in your well-being, and allow us to understand the message that's going to be given today. In your name, amen. Amen. So, with all this virus stuff, the government recommends that we stay at home and self-isolate, you know, which is obviously a good idea, you know, if you're feeling symptoms, you know, a slight cough, you know, not being able to breathe as well as you can. It's obviously a great idea to stay home and take care of yourself, to self-quarantine, as they say. But, you know, many people aren't really used to this. This spring break, people were supposed to go out, enjoy the world, you know, go to the beaches in Florida, but they didn't really have that opportunity. You know, in very extreme cases, okay, this is a study done, a very extreme case of self-isolation it takes about 48 hours, more or less, for the mental health of a person to slowly deteriorate without, you know, social interaction. Obviously, this is not really the best case, because not everybody is just locking themselves in a room with no sound, no light, and all that stuff. And you know, we have some ways to communicate with other people, cell phones, things like that. But you know, everybody may feel alone in this time. You know, it is very stressful, of course. You know, this virus isn't always just, oh, we're going to blow it off, it'll be fine. It is around the world, you know, it is killing people. Not as much people, thank goodness, but it is infecting at a very fast rate. And people may be stressed about that. Or, you know, even if you have family in your room, there's a type of existential loneliness where, you know, even if you're surrounded by friends and family, you still feel alone because they don't understand what's really going on. And that can hurt a lot inside. So, in these moments of loneliness, you may feel very weak. Okay, look at the prophet, or weeping prophet, as we call him, Jeremiah. Okay, a man who was told by God to give Jerusalem some not so good news. And you know how people don't take good news. God basically told Jeremiah that, hey, these people, they've been acting out of line. You know, I'm gonna do something about it. They're gonna get taken over by Babylon. Some of them, they're not going to survive, and it's not going to be a good time for them. Jeremiah, being a very timid person, said, look, as long as you're with me, I'll speak your word, okay, even if they don't like it. So, just a little example. In Jeremiah 19, okay, talking about some of the things they've done. Verse 5 says, they've built also the high places of Baal, to burn their sons with fire for burnt offerings unto Baal, which I commanded not, nor spake, neither came into my mind. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord. This place shall no longer be called Tophet, nor the valley of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter. And I will make void the counsel of Judah and Jerusalem in this place, and I will cause them to fall by the sword before their enemies, and by the hand of them that seek their lives, and their carcasses will I give be the meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth. And I will make the city desolate, and in a hissing, every one that passeth thereby shall be astonished and hiss because of all the plagues thereof. So, these people, they're putting idols above God. They're breaking all the 10 Commandments, which is literally like the easiest thing to not do, you know. They're doing all these bad things, and Jeremiah's out here speaking the word, saying, look, you need to change your ways, or else God's really going to bring the smack down, you know, WWE, smack down, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they don't really take too kind to this. And you know the saying, don't shoot the messenger. Well, these people, they took it to a very extreme length of not liking, okay? Jeremiah, the next chapter over, verse 1. Now Pashur, the son of Immer the priest, who was also chief governor in the house of the Lord, heard that Jeremiah prophesied these things. Then Pashur smote Jeremiah, and put him in the stocks that were in the high gate of Benjamin, which is by the house of the Lord. So, smote, you know, just to kind of interpret, they basically beat him. There's no joke about that. You know, they heard what he was saying. They said, oh, we don't really like this, and decided to take their aggressions out on the messenger. You know, So in these worst moments, Jeremiah was alone. He had no kids, no family, no wife. He was a single man, and these people are ridiculing him, making fun of him, literally bullying a grown man who was told by God to say the things he said, right? So in his life and in your life sometimes, you may feel beat down. Sometimes the life and the devil, they'll just gang him and say, hey, there he or she is. Let's beat him until he can't walk anymore, It'll be those times where you feel really weak and you can't get up because everything's just piling on top of you. And at that point, you will feel you're most alone because it seems like nobody understands, In fact, it may seem so bad that we may curse God or we may curse, ourselves, the fact that we're alive. Jeremiah went through a mass depression. Remember I said he was very timid. Jeremiah 20, verse 7. O Lord, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me. Calling out Jesus, saying like, hey, you said that if I said these things, I'd be all right. But here I have people literally bullying me for something that I didn't even come up with. And it's crazy. Or, verse 15 and 14, or 14 and 15. Cursed be the day where I was born. Let not the day where my mother bare me be blessed. Cursed be the man who brought tidings to my father, saying, a man-child is born unto thee, making him very glad. And it's crazy because, when you think about birthdays, March 30th. Now, when you think about birthdays, it's crazy because we're turning 1 year older. 1 year that marks us staying alive on this earth. Staying alive nowadays is not super easy. There's a bunch of things out there that can hurt us and kill us. But we've made it past those. And we've done bigger and better things. And Jeremiah said, you know what? This whole birthday shenanigan is not for me. I am here. And honestly, I hate it. That is a very suicidal type of thinking to curse the day in which you were born. And that you hope that, you won't be remembered for that. But here's the deal, all right? Even if you curse God, curse yourself, or hey, Jeremiah cursed other people too, saying that God would be with them and that they would eventually get what they deserve. Their reprimand would come and that God should give it to them. It's that carnal spirit inside of us that desires revenge and rage and uses God as a medium for that. Because, he's just like, God does say in the Bible that, that he will eventually put burning coals on people's heads, which is not literal, okay? Don't do that. Please. Don't want to see any Christians showing up on the news. Oh yeah, breaking news. Christian gives man 2nd-degree burns from burning coals. No. But God says that they'll get their thing in their own time, okay? But Jeremiah uses that as a medium to project his anger out onto. And it's crazy, because God is a God of love. Not someone who, strike down someone. Oh, I'm Zeus. Boom! Right on somebody's head. No. God's not that kind of God with revenge. He will do it. If you mess with his children, God will come after you. But, he's not that kind of God that would openly seek revenge. Through all the pain and suffering of being imprisoned, beat, and bullied, he knew that God was there by his side. Let's go back to Jeremiah 20 for a minute. Ooh, very small Bible. Very small Bible. So, Jeremiah, in this entire way, speaking on God, okay, he knew that God would be by his side. Let's see. Right here, verse 11. But the Lord is with me as a mighty, terrible one. Therefore my persecutors shall stumble, and they shall not prevail. They shall be greatly ashamed, for they shall not prosper. Their everlasting confusion shall never be forgotten. So, yes, Jeremiah did curse his enemies, saying that, they will never get over me. But he also first realized and acknowledged that God was always with him, even in his time of need, even when he was cursing God, even when he was cursing himself, God's child. He said, the Lord is with me like a mighty warrior. And God will always be able to give you that peace of mind and the strength to take a deep breath, calm yourself, and to keep walking forward in life. Because that's what he wants you to do. All right? 1 Peter 5, verse 7. Let me flip to it here. Oh, Cool, right there. 1 Peter 5 verse 7 says, cast out all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. God, your your Father in heaven, a man who is so sovereign, so omniscient, if that's the right word for it, cares for you out of everybody he knows. You know the saying that God knows all the hairs on your head. He cares about you. And even when you feel lonely, he will be there to hold your hand and walk beside you. Okay? Now let's have a little story time, okay? Just to take it back up, okay? Because God cares about you, even in your loneliest times, from the big things to the little things, okay? So, story time. 2nd grade. Not gonna name the school, not gonna name what's going on, but there is this method of transportation after school where it was like a walk-up pickup where you would walk in the neighborhood and your parents would come pick you up, a bus, car, and you could just walk home, okay? And so I was supposed to go to a birthday party that afternoon, right after school. Gonna go to the bowling alley, get some strikes in. But so I went the wrong way. I went through the walk-up pickup. And the community, that road would lead from the start of the school to the highway. So I'm there, a 2nd grade boy, walking. I'm lost. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm there and I'm crying. It's a terrible time. There's an old, creepy lady who kept staring at me while she was cleaning a pool. She would not break eye contact with me. It's terrible. But in that very moment, I prayed, okay? I was like, God, come to you today. Please help me. It was more like sobbing uncontrollably. But we're not going to do that, for goodness sake, okay? I said, God, I need your help. I'm lost. I have no idea where I'm going, and I'm very scared. And now I can confidently say that I did feel his presence like fully envelop me during that time. And it was crazy because I stopped crying, held my head up, got my shoulders up. I just kept walking. Probably not a good idea, but I kept walking. And eventually 2 kids found me. They said, oh, we'll take you back to our house and you can call your parents on their cell phone. Because, I memorized my parents' cell phone. And the principal came and those kids dipped. I've never seen 2 2nd graders run so fast in my entire life. They thought they'd be in trouble. But hey, that's them. Principal came, picked me up, and took me over. And in that same moment, it was only 10 minutes afterwards that I prayed. And I'd be walking for half an hour. Principal should have had no reason to come back to school. But she said she forgot something. I can't remember what it is at the moment. But it was important enough for her to turn around and come back through that same exact way. It was crazy. God was there for me when I was lost. I could have gotten kidnapped. You wouldn't see me right here. I'd probably be out in some ditch. But it's crazy that God cared so much enough about me in my time of need, and that big part of me, to be with me and send the principal after me. Even though, she scolded me, but I'm not going to talk about that. Okay? And if you think that God also, even if he cares about the big stuff, he cares about the little stuff too. Okay? Because life has different meanings to them. Things in life have different meanings to them. Okay? So, little story, another story, just to tie it up. I'm almost done. I know you guys were napping before you saw this. Okay? So, when I was about 2 years ago, this game came out. I got the game. One of my favorite games to play. Okay? And my friend, he hits me up. He's like, hey, Isaiah, let's play this together. It's a long day. It's raining outside. And it's going to be really fun. I'm like, yes. Perfect. So, I'm looking all over for this video game, and I can't find it. I'm starting to freak out because this game costs $60. $60, which is not mine. My parents had that. They got that game for me. And I'm freaking out. So I said, calm down, get on my knees, and I'm like, God, please, let me find this game. Okay, this is really fun. It's really relaxing. I build a town. It's cool. Okay? So I'm looking over. I stand up. I open my eyes. I look to my right. Immediately, I don't know what happened. Just immediately to my right. And the game is there on the floor, just exposed. It wasn't there before. You know how moms say, oh, look for it over there, and they go over for it, and they just find it randomly? I was like that just now. God had exposed that game to me. So I named my town God's Town. So I named my town after God. But it was crazy how he cared about the little things in my life, such as a video game that had no relevance to him at all. I was building a town. So here, I know this is taking a while, but I want you to let you know something very important. Even when you feel beat, even when you feel downturned by life and everything that's going on, COVID-19 is scaring people to the point Well, they're overbuying, and that's terrible. Because with God, you always know that He will be there for you. You know, if you're self-isolating because you're sick, or because you're in an area that is sick, you know, it's okay because God will be there for you. He cares about every small and big thing in your life. So this COVID-19 thing may scare you. It may freak you out beyond all naturality, right? It did me the first time I heard about it. But hey, when you have God, you are able to know that, hey, He is with me. I'm saying hey a lot. You know, hey, He is with me. His arms are around me, and we're cool. See, look at you know what I'm saying? God is with you in all those moments, and even the little moments too, because He cares about you, and you're His child. So please, you know, during this time of self-isolation and mass media and fear that's put in by misinterpretation, or you know, just the wrong information or lack of information, just pray with me. Pray with me, and realize that God is with you at all moments. Dear God, we thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for the fact that you're always there with us. Because it's crazy. Some of us would go insane without you. You know, you're the one thing helping us to keep going day by day. And we thank you for that. Thank you for caring about the big things and little things in life. Thank you for the fact I could name my town after you. I pray that you may forgive us for our sins. And during this COVID-19 little crisis we have, you may keep us safe. In your name, amen. All right. Hi.